What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Itz-Beez-Da, the TrackStar. Welcome back to another dancehall video tutorial. Mastering it now and again. I have plenty of video upon mastering, but I just like do it because I always do something different. You know what I mean? So we always have incorporate different styles, and we have a pretty different rhythm, would I say, today on my work on. My thing, of course, it a upload on the 28th of February. If I see a video today, I today it upload or whatever. So yeah, man, gonna preview the rhythm. If you don't hear some like a faint little rumblings in the back of my there, I watch a play. Meanwhile, I do this. I say Police Without Button, very good play. But that's some I like work. I like work with a little thing I playing in the background, looking nice and making them saying it help me do what I do and help me do what I do best. So preview of the track. Let's get it started.
Itz-Beez-Da, TrackStar.
Alright, cool. So that's the preview. So one of the most important things with mastering, for me anyway, is the tempo of the track. You have to know the tempo of the track because with mastering, you want to loop a certain section, you know what I say, and you want can just navigate through the track easy. So with this track, I know say, me have a bridge, me have a chorus, me have a verse, and I say, me build it, me know all of my, like, yes, I export it, I have all of my mark at them. So for the first one, you have intro, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus, outro. You know what I say? So what that help me do now is if I want to find the tempo of the track, I know it says a 4-bar intro. So from listening to it, so I'm never to just keep on drop down this until the little yellow marker line up with the number 5, right? So which would be the start of the 5th bar. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a 4-bar intro. So boom, quick like that. We have where the chorus starts. So I'm gonna do just loop it 4-bar and we're good. So from listening to this track, immediately me hear him like more widen it up, more get it a little bit fatter, I want it a little bit more to the outsides, and I'm gonna say it's bright. So we don't tame down some of the brightness, but for right now, we want to widen it out a little bit, get some excitement going on that. So Ozone, I want to pick for do this, you know what I'm saying? I have other plugins I can do it from Waves and stuff like that, but Ozone 8, the image of why in Ozone 8 are just my go-to, or just my choice. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Love it. But so the one of the main reasons why I love it is this function right I have named Learn, where I'm after that just play the track and the plugin itself will learn the different sections, so low mid, high mid, you know what I'm saying, and then high. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is do it twice because the first time I run it gave me a very small low mid, which I know my low mid's bigger than that because I use a lot of instruments. I know some of my low mids have a lot of guan. So now let's get into it. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna solo out the lows, listen to them. Now from I can't hear me hear a lot of stuff going on the sides and all of them things I don't really want. That want tame that down a little bit. So let's try 100. Sound too dry, no sound really like as energetic as I want it. So let's go back 15 to -85. And this is a lot more like it. Like if you listen to it now, like it tame it down a little bit, but it still let a little bit escape. If you pay attention to the polar pattern, it make a little bit escape to the left, to the right. Anything what in between them region, that means it's out of phase. You know what I'm saying? You go have certain things so don't get in there, don't get me wrong. But you don't want too much of your track in the region, right? So because that pretty much just means it's out of phase. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the low mids. Now this round I say is very subtle, it's very light, and it really as I say as noticeable as the bass because me not really do too much, me just spread it out a little bit more. Yeah, so I don't really more focus on is more the high mids and the highs, I say, and with the highs, me don't bring that down because like I said, the track is a little bit bright as it mix, but me don't bring down the higher part, the high mids, not the high mids, the highs, like the hi-hats and all of the bright frequency, them I'll bring them down a little bit more to the center, but to the high mids, me just spread those a little bit more out, I say. So what I'm gonna do is more go 10 above the low mids, so 39.6. Let's solo that out. Let's play it without the widening. And then that's it with the widening. Just notice how it get a little bit wider, a little bit brighter. Now I might say like it have more life in it. Then with the highest what I do is to compensate for that minus 12.5. Don't really have to listen to it because I know exactly what I do. Yeah, like I said, what I want to do is just tame it a little bit. Kind of still a little bit out of control. Perfect. Very subtle. Pretty much not really noticeable like that, but I can notice it. And this is everything together. And then this is the thing I'm gonna say with the phase cancellation. This means like certain things out of phase, they can't fix that in a mastering. You would have to fix that in the mixing process. You would have to go back and do all of that, which is just a rhythm, so I'm not really stress it. If it was a song, it'd be different, but it's just a rhythm, so I'm not stress it. So from imaging, let's move on into something else. Okay, let's slap on dynamic EQ on this. So what we want to do with this, and if you don't have a dynamic EQ, don't worry about it. A multiband compressor is the same thing. So this right here is the same as the FL Studio multiband compressor. Literally the same thing. That's all a dynamic EQ is. Now, we might have more controls because Ozone is a third party and the multiband with Fruity Loop come with Fruity Loop, so you're not going to get as many options, but it's the same thing. So what I want to do with this is the frequency them out on the edge, like out here, so I just want just tame them a little bit so I kind of don't focus on out there some more than anywhere else. So let's drop this threshold. Nice, exactly what I'm gonna go for. Just for tame it a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. From there, let's do EQing. Alright, so this is something I normally do before. Don't have to, it's just something I always do before me get into the meat of the track. So what I'm gonna do with this is just sweep through and get rid of some like a nasty like a problem frequency. This next thing is optional. It's just something I like to do just because. I put a tape machine in the middle. Just feet run through the circuitry. Not really if it do anything. The only preset I would have possibly use, and let's see if it sound good. Actually sound good, so we don't keep it. Really what you can listen to is it's a sound at the top and they go listen for that the sound when I turn it on and off. This is with it on. With it off, it just get a little bit buried, you know what I'm saying? So actually sound good. Let's keep that and let's move on. Alright, so one thing we kind of look at is, if you notice, we kind of lose volume, you know what I'm saying? We start off about -5, -6. Now we kind of drop volume, so if you compensate for that, you just literally all I have to do is just boost. So what I'm gonna do is come back to the EQ and we'll put a dB and 3, probably like 1.3 dB of boost. And that's like literally all I want me to do, literally. So let's know. I'm done with the track itself. Let's jump on the master track, which I could have done all of this on the master track. It's the same thing, but I just like work in two separate kind of states. So let's jump on the master track. Now, last plugin I'm gonna use for this specific track, I'm gonna go with the Ozone, the maximizer from Ozone. Actually, no, I'm gonna use the L2 from Waves. Is just it's just a limiter or a maximizer, same thing. Limiter, same thing. So now in this state here, when we get to the track, let me say it's just a track, it's just an instrumental, it's not a thing with vocals, so I'm gonna have to do a lot to it. So now what I don't do is just listen. If we need to correct some or need to add something like something lacking, then me do that in them final stages, yeah, and then just bring up the volume and that's it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of low end, just a little bit, cause it kind of feel a little thin, but me just have a feeling in my headphone, because my headphone really flat. So I'm just add a little bit of low end on it and just a little polish, and that's really it. So now let's bring the volume up to try for 0. If you get out of control, we just go back to -1. just for check with levels. No, my voice louder because I have the mic around through the master, so be mindful of that. So just bring an isotope inside for double check on the level. So make sure so volume, the overall volume is where it needs to be. This thing literally just take like a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes for them to blood clot. All right, so yeah, now like I said, we'll just double check with levels, make sure say with overall volume is where it needs to be. I'm aiming for probably about, let's say on an overall level, we are going for about -9. So let's play this and just monitor the levels. Let's change the preset to loudness US. And let's listen. Perfect. And that's pretty much the master track. Let's render it out and bring it back so we can see what it look like as the waveform. But yeah, what you might notice, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually bring in the fruity limiter for visually see what go on, because at first this kind of give me a reading of -17 like it at the right now, which me know never did right because upon the loudness meter it's a clip already at 0. So I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, let's bring it back as a wave file and see what's going on. Okay, let's bring this back. TrackStar Riddim. And as you can see, even though we clip it at 0, it still get compressed away to where we can actually, go even harder with the volume. It's not necessary because it's a rhythm, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have wanted it to look like it just a peak out, you know what I'm saying? Like it just a clip straight up 0, but I don't want that. I want it for dynamic and I want it to have changes in what they go on, you know what I'm saying? I want it to just dynamic, pretty much. I want it just loud. So that's exactly what I achieve with this mix. So I love how it turned out. However, I'll make the finished product carry out the video. Yeah, I'm say if you make it this far, thank you for watching. It's your boy Itz-Beez, the TrackStar. Until next time, peace.